What's going on, Mayhem Mafia? Welcome back to the Swamp Deck. I'm your favorite BOP agent. That's right, it's Sarge Mayhem. We're talking about Silence is Golden today. Let's go ahead and roll that beautiful bean footage. Alright guys, welcome back to the Swamp Deck. Like I said, I'm Sarge Mayhem, and today we are going to be talking about subsonic rounds, okay? Main thing that we're going to be talking about is why I prefer subsonic over supersonic, either suppressed or not, but we're going to be getting into that. This week's Dude on the Tube is going to be my man, Gamage. Damage, he's always coming out with some really good videos. This one is on one of the fusion guns that he was testing. He was doing the 50 and 5. Great series that he started. Go ahead and go follow, like, subscribe, because this week's code of the week is going to be Gamage 10. Go ahead and go over to Brownells where we get our GATs, glass, and brass, and save yourself about 10% or more. Who knows? Maybe there's a deal, free shipping. You don't know. Go check them out. Use that code. Save yourself some money. All right, so when I started getting into the subsonics and playing with different subsonics, you know, obviously when we're talking about subsonics, we want it to be a quieter round with a suppressor, without a suppressor. So I started with the 22 suppressor from CCI that comes out at about 970 feet per second. It's a 45 grain projectile. Was pretty darn quiet. Not that accurate, okay? Now when I say not that accurate, I'm not saying not that accurate as in it wasn't accurate at all. It just wasn't as accurate through some of the guns versus other ones. It was kind of like a hit or a miss. So then I went to Aguila, and I got the subsonic solid point that's coming out at 1,025 feet per second. It did better, but I was still having the same issue. Then one day when I was working at the store, a guy that shoots precision rimfire, he was telling me about what those guys are running, what velocity that they're trying to get to and stay at, and what he told me was 1070. So I did some research, looked around, tried to see what I could find to find the most budget-friendly cartridge that we could get that has that velocity, because just like most of you, I'm balling on a budget, and we got to this. This is the standard velocity CCI, 1070 feet per second. It's a 40 grain projectile. It seems to do extraordinarily well across my rifles and my pistols, which is what I wanted. I don't want to have this for the pistol, this for this rifle, this one for another rifle. I just wanted to be able to stock up and get a bunch of one that I can run pretty effortlessly across all of them. I might have to do some minor adjustments, but it's not that bad. And like I said, $5 a box, which you can actually get cheaper if you use that code. Why is it that these precision guys are running, even when they're doing longer ranges, why are they running subsonic? Well, for that, go ahead and bust out that notepad because we're going to the board. All right, guys, so this is going to be how I'm going to explain this. Hopefully you guys like this. Let me know what you think down below. Shout out to Jay Weth for the meta glasses allowing me to do this. So let's talk why people generally, everybody's different, but prefer a subsonic over a supersonic. We're going to kind of get into it. So as we know, once subsonic leaves the barrel, it stays subsonic. Now, obviously, it's going to slow down just like every other round, but what's nice about it is it basically gradually slows down without much interruption. Where it comes to a supersonic, as it comes out, right, and as it's traveling, it starts to slow down. Once it starts to slow down, it's going to hit a point where it's going to become what they call transonic. Okay. No, it's not questioning what it is or anything like that. That's just what they call it. Don't get mad at me. Okay. So now we went from a supersonic, faster than the speed of sound, to transonic, which is about the speed of sound. And then it's got to slow down again. And that's where you're going to get your subsonic. Okay. All right. Tracking. All right. Now with that said, here's the problem. When it starts hitting this point right here, what generally ends up happening is the projectile will start to wobble. That was a crappy drawing. Okay. Once it starts doing that, now we're losing accuracy because it's wobbling through the air and it's not keeping that consistent gradual downward velocity. So where this one, it doesn't have to hit transonic or anything like that. Once it goes from subsonic, transonic to subsonic, or I'm sorry, supersonic to transonic to subsonic, you start getting that wobble and you don't get good groups. So that is the main reason why. Generally, they say anywhere from like 1050 to like 11, I don't know, I'm just going to throw out a number, correct me, feet per second. That's going to be the speed of sound, basically. Cool, everybody good, awesome. I'm pretty sure I'm a little bit off here, but with that 1070 that I showed you, the CCI, right, CCI, at 1070, we're in that range here, right in the middle, but I'm getting very accurate shots, cutting cards. Even Miss Mayhem was cutting cards with no problem at all. We were keeping the volume low because we're still subsonic, but it was a very accurate round. So that's why that's the one I go with, and that's why most people stick with subsonic. You want to get as close to transonic starting off as possible, but you also don't want to get something that's transonic and then it goes into that wobble as it transfers from transonic to subsonic. So we usually go subsonic and get it as close to transonic as possible, and then that's what allows us to do our accurate shots. So go ahead and write that down. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Back to the video. All right, so you guys just kind of got the idea of why people generally prefer that. If you have anything to add or anything that you think I missed or should add it in, go ahead and hit it in the comments so that we can spread this information out. I like shooting 22s. It is a very cheap, fun time. I can do it with the Tactical Turkey or Miss Mayhem very easily. When it comes to home protection, I'm not generally going to use it, but if I have some of them pests out there like the raccoons or even possums or whatever, I got a pistol for it. This is the 502. I like this gun a lot. It gives me that full-size feeling. I could put basically full-size stuff on here. I could put the TLR1 on there and throw it into the Omnivore. Optics ready, which not all of them were. It has two 10-round magazines, or two 15-round magazines, one 10-round. It is also ambidextrous, so I have my button for my mag release and my slide lock on the left side and the right side, which being a lefty, I really preferred that. If I didn't get this, the other one I was gonna get was the TX22, which is pretty much the only semi-automatic Taurus gun I would ever buy, but I ended up getting this one because I don't know. I just liked how it looked, I guess. It's my only hammer-fired gun other than the revolvers, and the only one that actually has a thumb safety, which is also ambidextrous. So this week we're really talking about why we want to use these, and these are my go-tos. There are better rounds out there. Don't get me wrong. I think it's Ely, something like that, E-L-E-Y. They claim that their round has won more gold medals in the Olympics than any other cartridge, but you're comparing a $5 box for 50 rounds to theirs, which is $15. So you're definitely paying more, but it's going to be for quality. I wanted an abundance because I shoot these a lot. I'm balling on a budget, and I can get this brass from Brownells, along with the gap, like my 502. Now the can, I didn't get that from Brownells. That's a B&T. It was a great price, came in MSRP around $250, $300, right around there. Then you have your $200 tax stamp. If you guys want to know a little bit more about tax stamps and why they're going faster and all that stuff, and should I do a trust or not, go ahead and hit comments down below and I'll make a video on that. I got that can mainly because of the price, because like I said, I bought on a budget. The downside to that can is it will only, or they say it will only work efficiently with 22 long rifle. So when you compare that to like a Flow 22 from Huxworks, or the Dead Air Mask, or I forgot what the rugged one, Mustang I think it is, when you compare those other suppressors, they run about $450 to $500, but you can suppress 22 long, 22 mag, 17 HMR, and 5.7 in some cases. So some people prefer that because they have those different calibers that they want to play with. I don't. All I really have is 22 long, so there was no point in me paying extra money when I got the can and the tax stamp for pretty much the price of one of those other cans. It works great for me. I love this can. It does everything I need to do. It's not the lightest one in the world, but it's not the heaviest. It's a 22 can. It's not that heavy. Just quit being a bitch. With that said, do I want to get another can? Absolutely. This can is what really got me into wanting more cans, but it all also depends on the cartridge you're using. So that's why, like I said, I use this ammo. Go ahead and give it a try for yourself. I really dig it. I think you guys will too. If you have any other ammo choices out there that you guys run that you think I should try with the suppressor, without the suppressor, in the rifles and in the pistols, go ahead and let me know down below, and I will try and get my hands on it, and we'll do some testing. I'm going to be looking at getting a chronograph, the thing that tells you the velocity. There you go. I can't speak with the shit. And we're going to show the differences of what it actually, the velocity is coming out of the barrel, out of the suppressor versus just regular. So that's what we got for this week. If you guys have anything else for me, go ahead and put it down below. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. Don't forget to go to my boy, Gamage. Go and sub, follow him. Don't forget we have a giveaway going on right now. You can go to my Instagram page, which is @SargeMayhem. First pinned post, it says giveaway on it. Go ahead and read the description. You'll find out how you can get some free stuff in your hands. And also don't forget, GunCon 2025 is coming. We are going to Ohio this year. Go ahead and go get your tickets, $50. It's a great deal. You're getting fed a shirt and you get the ticket into the event. You get to hang out with people like me, Squad Drill Boys, and many other great influencers out there. It's a really good time, good vibes. As my man, the Gun Collective, put it, it's like a barbecue. We're just hanging out and chilling, good vibes all the way around. But that's going to be it for us this week. I hope you guys got a lot of information out of here. If you guys want some more videos like this where I'm giving a little bit more data, where you have to bust out the old notepad and write that down, you let me know. Comment below. For now, I'm Sarge Mayhem, and we'll see you guys next week. I'm out.